when we did last year, September of this, well, it's all what been 13 months now. So a lot of fun things happen when you make a $2,000 sale. And I tell people all the time, the fortune's in the follow-up. So I only had to talk to this gentleman. I've actually done business with him before, but oh, it was actually two emails and one phone call. So exciting stuff. So I'm happy about that. And of course, he's going to be a great asset to the community, and he has a lot of knowledge in this space. So I'm excited, very, very excited. All right. Again, welcome everybody, and we're going to get this presentation started. If you have been on here before, it's a repeat, and you're welcome to bring any guests here. We host these Zooms for you, the member, and that way you can invite as many people as possible. In fact, this gentleman said he's going to be taking advantage of that. So leverage me, leverage my system, and that's what it's all about. So we have, let's see, do we have Rob on? Is he on? Let me just check.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, cool. So I'm going to do the intro and then I'm going to pass it to you and then we'll go from there. So, one sec. Just want to make sure I'm live on my YouTube. For some reason, it doesn't look like it. One second here. Sorry about that. Got some technical stuff going on in the background. Zoom's changed up a couple things. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. All right, so just a couple announcements. Like I said before we get started, last week we had a traffic mastermind. It's going to be available for all members in the back office. Traffic is key. If you don't have people coming to your website, then you just obviously you won't make any sales. That's just the way it is. The cool part about Get Fearless Freedom is you can leverage my traffic. You can use any traffic. There's traffic resources all over the place. It's just kind of like if you buy a red car, all of a sudden you see red cars. Same thing here. When you start putting your mind into the fact of, hey, I need to advertise my business, a lot of things will pop up and it'll appear for you. Okay. So that's number one is we had that traffic mastermind. It's going to be in the video vault of the Elite. So you can go and watch it as many times as you need to. And that's the beautiful part about Get Fearless Freedom is I update this opportunity all the time. And the reason why I do that is because I used to get frustrated with other programs and company owners before I had my own program prior to 2019. I get very frustrated because they would never update the program. I would be like, are you kidding me right now? It is like 2020, this is what I used to say to myself. So anyway, I stay with the times. Digital marketing is pretty much the same. Marketing, sales, relationship building, it's the same as 100 years, right? 100 years have gone by and we still want that connection. We still want to be able to speak to someone before we purchase. And that's what Get Fearless Freedom is all about. You can talk to me before you pull the trigger. You can talk to Rob if you wanted to. He is pretty busy doing setups, but that is what you are here on Monday nights for, okay? So my son's going to do the presentation. In fact, he also does the setups for people that come on board. And so he's going to be busy tomorrow because I have two people coming on board for him, and that's how we work together. So we're a mother-son team, and he likes to do the techie part, and I can't stand it. In fact, most people don't like doing the techie part. I don't mind talking to people. I got out of my shell years ago, and so that's the reason why we work so well together. So I'm going to share also that this system can be used for any business opportunity. Okay, so if you want to, you can use it for whatever other offer you have, and many people do. And so that's the beautiful part about the usage of Get Fearless Freedom capture pages and systems and software. All right. So Rob, are you ready? I'm going to go ahead and mute out on my end and you can take it from here. Again, this is my son, Robert, and we work together full time.
Yeah, I should be good, Mom. Yep. You can hear everything good? All right. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so we do these live recorded. We have always a space of where Every Monday, like Mom was saying, every Monday we have these Zooms for everyone to invite people. So that's what you want to do in times like these, right? This is a perfect opportunity for people, anyone coming in live now or replay, you name it, we have this for you tonight. So basically, yeah, this is our company here. This is Get Fearless Freedom, really amazing opportunity that we as a family put together, and we understood, really it's something out there, right? We always know that it's going to be a rough ride. There's going to be a smooth ride. There's going to be always a ride in life, right? So what we say here at the company is we want to make it where we can actually work and partner with you into something that really is amazing. And so really you want to first start out with the question is if you say to yourself that anything in life is going to not be hard for you, but it's okay to be hard for these people, you have already failed. So if you say, hey, I don't want to have any failure, myself, Chris, or Christina, or Robert, or Tammy, or Joe, or whoever, I want all the success my way, but I never want to fail. It's okay for these guys to fail, but I personally cannot fail. That right there, you're going approaching it wrong, right? Because every one of us have failed. Every one of us has tried and had errors and all that. And so a lot of you guys out there know, when you get into a home-based business, people say, "Oh my gosh, I just want it immediately instant and easy free mode, really quick and easy." But what we said is, yes, let's meet you in the middle there. Let's meet you in the middle. But this is going to be a super fun and very awesome, company and opportunity for you. Now, we all see, of course, the crashes in the market, right? And the chaos in the world if you want to look through the right lens, and you'll find that. But, there always is still that American, that Canadian, that Mexican, that beautiful dream that people still have. And they know that if they plug into a system, that's when they can do it. So I was following one of my mentors, Mom and I were listening to, and I did get inspired by that little intro. I love that, Mom, because that really moved me when people say, they can have all this frustrations, Thomas Edison and everyone else can have that. But the moment it comes my way, oh, no, no, I don't want to have that. But that's very super hypocritical, right? That's not good to think like that. You want to know that there's going to be hiccups in life. So what we did is we found a lot of those hiccups, and we said, look, we are going to turn it and what we of our mistakes, the mistakes that we came across, the trials, the errors Mom went through, the nights when I was growing up as a kid, she was just like in pure, just like begging the heavens, how do I figure out something that works online? How do I actually get a community built for me? And so it just had that aha moment. Why don't we create a seven-figure business in a box? Why not, right? Why not have the ability for you guys to bring people to us? We close your sales, we make it easy for you, right? Because if you don't invite, you don't market, you won't get nowhere, right? So we understand there's always going to be something like that. But we said, why not just make it easy? Why not make it where you can enjoy those times with the family like Mom and I did? Just on the end of summer, into the fall. We went across the country and explored and had an incredible time meeting up with family back east. And so there's really no company like this, like the ability for you to truly plug into a very wholesome, down to earth community, and actually just plug into our system. So, nowadays there's Indeed, there's Uber Eats, there's DoorDash, there's all these places people are looking for. Uber, they're getting, secondary, third, fourth, fifth jobs nowadays just to simply pay the bills. And I always say, why not just bring and line them up to my mom? Why not just bring them up to a seven-figure earner online? That's actually a system that is built around what we've been through, the hard times of recessions, the 2008s, the eras of time. There's always going to be hard times. But we said we got to make it simpler. So we took care of the time, the techie, the traffic, and the training, and we all wrapped it up into a business that's a plug and play money system. It's very cool. We close your sales. There's a done for you system. There's a laptop for you, right? What is in for you? That's the question you have tonight. Well, that's what you're getting. You are getting something that is actually a business in a box. You're getting a laptop you possibly can get. You're going to see one of the bonuses we have tonight, and that's something you never have heard of, I'm sure. But we have that all wrapped up under a non-white label, 100% commission. We have all the sales closed for you, a community and culture, and no pressure, you selling it itself. You work as you go. You want to work really, really fast, like a jackrabbit in the desert, then you can absolutely do that. But if you want to take your time, slow, learn, and just absorb, you can do that as well. So there's always that. And that's what's really cool is we found out that when you are in sales, when you are in systems, you want to know that when you sell tools to people, you want to find a need for everyone. Okay, everyone does need tools and they do need a something that's AI and recession proof. That's what they need, right? They need stuff and a community that's still real, that still has a pulse, not a chip, right? So that's why we came up with this system, and we knew that there's problems in out there, right? We knew that people really did need a system that could be plug and play. So we came up with a very easy comp plan. Mom loves these levels. We love these levels. We crafted them from the ground up. But there's actually 4 levels that you guys can get into tonight, and there's 200 to 2,000. So these are all 100% commissions. We do have an ability to close your sales for a percentage out of that. But really, it comes down to this is a system that explains itself. There's an instant payment system behind it. You guys tell how you want to get paid. If you want to get paid in Bitcoin or PayPal or barter or silver coins, whatever you want to get paid in, you want to get paid in, I'll cover the cost, the $2,000 on a closing of the real estate deal I'm doing. Here you go. Here's a system. Do you have a side gig hustle? Karen, hey, Karen. See, I'm giving you ideas, my friend, because you can do what you want, right? That's the freedom and the flexibility of Get Fearless because we know there's freedom warriors out there. There's people that want to have a side hustle, something that gets them extra money, but really fixes the problem in their customer's life. The person that they're in front of, they need a system that can do this, that has a community, that has the knowledge, that has the ability to log in any time you want, has the sales to back it, but also really, like Mom has said before, this system can be used for any business. So, when you have a business that can be used for any other business, we also don't track that stuff too. So there's people that use our system all the time that they know it's a turnkey business, but they can amplify their other efforts that they have out there, their other businesses, their side gig hustles, all that stuff like that. And we wrapped it up into get into the system. It's actually a couple clicks. You basically fill out how you want to get paid. You get right there the one-click funnel. And then if you want to branch out to all the other automations that we have, then you certainly can. But it's all wrapped up there. So we understood the need for blue jeans, right? The blue jeans of 2025. And the thing is we said, where does it begin? Where does this stuff Robert's talking about? Where does it begin? It begins really at the core of our company, which is really the capture pages, the unlimited campaigns, the bridge pages, and really the core community and how we can automate your business, or this is a business for you as well. So really, we knew that every business struggles with leads. It's absolutely crazy how many people are always looking, hey, I got to get this lead. I got to get this person to buy my home. I got to get this person to buy my old lawnmower that, is got a couple blade issues. There's always going to be a problem. There always is going to be a lead issue. We experienced it just today. My dad and I, we actually put up a motorcycle for sale, and we actually, sift and sorted through a couple leads, but because my knowledge in lead generation, we have it sold by tomorrow. So isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You have one day and we sold it. So because, and again, this is in this economy, we have to switch the optics in our brain and our little focals here of glasses. We have to understand there's a lot of money on the table out there. There's a lot of people going to concerts, going on trips. There's always money available. We just have to tap into it, help the right people, get them into this community and see what we have. So really, it's kind of more like a shift in your mind that really it's creating from that negative mindset to that positive mindset, knowing that we can have this system that will help them. So really, it's kind of cool. Mom and I, we go back and forth, but they laugh at this. They laughed at our simple pages. We had a guy a couple years ago that was just so like, oh my goodness, these pages are so bland. They have nothing going in on it. They don't look like mine. And what's funny is then all of a sudden we figured out the conversion though. People want the meat and potatoes, the vegetables. They want that lobster dinner, right? They want that right away. We learned that. So that's why we came out with these like eye-popping visually to the text capture pages that really are really nice. And that's why you guys can follow our blueprint of simple advertising, right? So having the leads at your hands right here tonight, we always ask the question, what are you comfortable with marketing? Now, there's a lot of people, if I were to talk to Christina or I talk to, Karen or Robert, myself, or, Tom off the street, I would say, Karen, hey, are you comfortable with immediately cold calling someone? Well, not necessarily, but are you comfortable here? And so that's really what we came down to is the four general places that you guys get here free tonight. But really, you get to once you dive in, you start plugging in, you logging in, and you seeing our system, then you're going to see, oh, wow, the vision, the light bulb's on, they turned it on, they twisted it in. And that's really what's cool is we came down to these four places my mom loves, and we also give you the ads. Now, this is something mom's like, wow, Rob, you have a memory that once you hear it, it's almost like you remember it. But we actually had a lady that was in our community that got extremely mad when her ad that she put up for her business was reused for another team. Mom knows exactly what I'm talking about, and she got real mad. Not like,
Yep. She got mad.
yeah, not just little mad, mad. And what we guys, we give you the ads. We actually give you the ads. And so companies sometimes just don't do that. They don't want you to use their ads, right? They get really weird about that. And so we actually give you the ads from day one. We give you over 100, I actually counted 166 plus images that I just updated the file, by the way. So in the blueprint guide, I just literally updated all the new photos in there too. So some cool new ones that especially new people that are going to be joining in. But we have all those updated there as well. So, the ability to market this, it's always unlimited, right? It really is that I call that thing in your mind, it's a roadblock. If you don't know where to market, you just plug in. That's what you do. It's right then and there. So really kind of cool. And then of course we come back to the four places that we love, but we also have four powerful levels. So it begins here, and this is really where I call it the skeleton, right? The skeleton. There's heartbeat, there's a skeleton, there's all that, but the skeleton of this is that $200 level. You have the ability to resell it unlimited all the time, and you can actually make $200. Now, I want to see in the comments below, and of course, live or replayers, people that are watching replay, or on other platforms that we go live and upload. But just imagine, would actually genuinely asking, would $200 right now, cash app to you, would that change your night tonight? Would that help you? Would that actually help you right now? I'm sure it would because I know it would help me because that would pay, hey, car insurance is taken care of. Hey, this is towards rent. That's taken care of. we live in a society where we all got to understand money is a flow. Money is what we need, right? Zig Ziglar talked about, he said, money isn't everything, but it's really absolutely close to oxygen. So this is my quest for you guys tonight, right? By next Monday, by the next Monday, just invite a friend or two. You never know what you'll get. You'll never know. You could change your life. You get 200 bucks, you have their life better, just like that with a new system. So it's always what your perspective is in life and where you want to get, and you want to help people. Because if you go from the help people, like, oh, I know this system could actually cut their and save money because, hey, other systems actually cost like 297 a month, right? For what we offer. So we knew that that was the basic, that nice funnel, the awareness. You're bringing people down into that purchase, and so other systems, whoo, mom knows because we've used them. They've cost a lot of money per month, and by the time, by the way, you're about a month and a half, because a lot of people say, "Oh, $300, that's nothing. Put it on a credit card." Let it hit your credit card again. Let it hit again, guys. Let it hit it again because that's $600. 600, 900, 1200. You get the point. It adds up extremely quick, and that's why we have even better value at the 500 level. So the cost that you're already in a month or two with no community support, no one to talk to, and no Zooms, you have none of that, but you have now the price of 2 months into this level, the 500. And this 500 level is really nice because we also give you some cool software, some really good software. And this is actually where we have perfected the marketing game on Craigslist. And this is software you can use for any business. You can actually market to people that need this software and make $500. I mean, that's so cool, right? So you can do that. You can also um, have a part of our side gig hustles. So the one that, remember when I said we flipped the motorcycle? If you're hearing it live, recorded, or wherever, well, guess what? This is part of that level. Oh my gosh, mind shocking right there, right? That's a part of this level. So log in and check it out because that's a part of our 500 level. So yeah, you get to learn a lot of stuff, where we find these items, where are we flipping this stuff. And that's really cool. So that's the Harley we are flipping. We have a gentleman coming in and buying it. And so there we go, and it's sold. So pretty cool, just like that. And then we also have art pieces and just a lot of cool stuff that we do cover at the 500 level. There's actually new changes. Mom is making some updates with our programmer, some Rolodex traffic information at the 500 level and up. We do have more information coming soon on that as well. Here it is, the 1,000 level. Now, when you have all that jam packed, I feel like you're kind of jamming a bunch of clowns into a car, right? We're around Halloween time, and you feel like a bunch of clowns, that all that information, all that great awesomeness is packed in at the 500. Well, it actually gets better. It actually gets better at the $1,000 level. And so the $1,000 level, yes, you get all the levels below. You pay at one time, and all these levels are paid one time. You get the actual secret monthly masterminds, like many have been on, that have recently been on. That my mom is, I call it kind of like, how you don't want to get kicked by a donkey, right? No one wants to get kicked by a donkey. I personally don't want to. But you kind of do want to get kicked by a donkey that's a marketer that can really kick you into gear. And my mom is really smart and really awesome. And she's my mom, of course, but she will kick you into gear at the 1,000 plus level. Because she can tell you and unlock those things that you really need. And that's really why you do need this level right there. And it's really cool because you get to get paid, you pay it one time, you get locked in, you have that ability to resell it and all the goodies in between. We have, of course, the live masterminds with mom and I. And there's nights where it's just me mainly that I talk, right? And then there's times where mom will just talk and stuff like that. So it really comes down to that. We have the Faceless Video Blueprint. We have our YouTube extensions that we have found, the information, the masterminds around actually other extensions that we have even found. So all of that really, you see when I said you can help any business, that's what we say, because if you find those people, you market to those people, man, information like this is golden and they're going to be thanking you. And they're really going to be thanking you at a really an ability to get the $2,000 level, right? The $2,000 level, it's in a massive amount of value. And again, this is like more than 10 grand because it's like really everything mom has ever done in her career, all packed up into this amazing value. And just what typical gurus charge per hour, by the way, is like 500 to like $5,000, guys, an hour. That's ludicrous. We were on a webinar just for some great motivation the other night, and this lady charges, guys, get this, Chris, $5,000 per hour. 5,000. I'm just like, whoa. And I'm like, you have this for 2 grand, but then you have that mastermind for life. Like, whoa, right? So kind of pretty interesting right there, but that's what we did see. So the $2,000 level elite, I think we're making some amazing time tonight, Mom. I think we are, you
Yeah,
know.
you're doing good. Can you imagine that if we didn't offer something like this, people honestly, they'd have to pay like that? Like our members can come on as many times as they want. We've had members that come on every single mastermind that ever since we launched it, the 1,000 level. I mean, it's really quite something when you think about that. When you think about my knowledge, you can tap into my knowledge, you can come to these Zooms and learn. So, and you pay one time. Obviously, if you're active, $47 a month, that's it. But when people think about that and the knowledge and the stuff and the things that I come up with and the things that Rob creates and stuff like that, that's a heck of a deal just for this membership. So, like I said, it's better that we have a lot of things like coming up and the holidays and things like that. And so people can earn as they learn and just bring people here. And of course, I close your sales. So you can't get any better than that. But that's what I wanted to say is that when Rob and I were listening to this lady, I was like, should I be charging $5,000 an hour? Now, if you do want one-on-one with me, it's 500 an hour. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up. But I'm saying like this lady charges $5,000 an hour, but she's also been in the industry double the time. I've been in this industry for 14 years. So maybe it's just because of that. But yeah, the experience that I have with marketing, it's not just online marketing, it's actually offline marketing. I've helped my husband with his businesses. We were mortgage brokers for 15 years. I did all of his ads when he was a mortgage broker. I did all his ads when he was a real estate investor. So I have a lot of marketing knowledge. And it's so cool because now Rob in the 2025 age has the marketing knowledge. And like he shared with everybody tonight, real life stuff. And he's been able to sell stuff and help his dad. And we have this amazing business that we're sharing with everybody. So anyway, I just had to pop in and say that, yeah, it's one-time fee. And as long as you're paying the 47 a month, you can keep coming to every single mastermind. I was telling this new gentleman jumping on tomorrow on board at the 2,000 level, he said, that's amazing. He said, no one's doing that out there. He says, and no one's giving away a free laptop at that level. So I said, that's true. So anyway, Rob, I already gave away the bonus, but you can carry on with what you were
That's
talking about.
fine. Yeah, we're nearing the wrap up of, talking what we have here. But yeah, I mean the 2K level, you're getting in on, the craze of AI, but what I do with this is people because we've had people before. I've talked, I get to the slide and I see bloop, one person drops. And I'm like, but if you would have just let me talk one more sentence, then you would have heard what I was about to say. As I actually do the humanistic version of AI, where I actually teach, where I'm like, okay, what we got, and we're going to have a mastermind coming up on this too, because I feel that this is a perfect time of the year, a lot of updates in AI. How are we going to use it in our business? Some of the things that you don't even think of, like, wow, it's like crazy. And this is what I think of, and I just talk to it. And you're going to learn how to talk to AI because it's like you can't just like so many people. It was crazy. It was one lady I bumped into. I was getting a car oil change the other day, and just I was like, I brought up AI, and wow, I looked like I plucked her cat's toenails. I mean, it was insane. And I'm like, what? But all I said is like, I literally said, but if you hold on, can I finish it? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So, okay. Well, what I was saying is, if you would have asked it that question, it would have given you this so you can make cookies for your granddaughter that's allergic to peanut butter. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. I said, well, that's what I was trying to say. Like, that's what it does now. That's what it can. And she's like, oh, well, see, you just opened up my mind to a new thought. That's how she's talking. I said, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to get to where that's what it does now. So AI really can help you massively when it comes to figuring it out properly along with your input. So that's what I had to say. And that's why I'm so passionate about doing the humanistic approach because that, along with all of our other stuff that we do at this level, and then all of our other resources that we actually do, have the Rolodex of, and it's insane. So that's why it's like, I always say, Dad said to me, wow, Mom, is listen, don't talk. And that's really a thing that our society just does not do much anymore. Because if we just listen, it would be like, oh my goodness, like listen to this young guy. I am younger. I had a lady at Verizon. I was working at Verizon. It was kind of funny. She's like, you don't know nothing at your age and you're 23. I said, wow, I've been to 46 states. I've been to multiple countries. And I kept going and she goes, I'm sorry, darling. She's from the South, nice sweet lady. But she's like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I said, see, that's what I'm saying. 23 years old, and I accomplished all that. Now I'm 31, so a lot more, right? So, that's why it's like that's why I love, interacting with people because we all learn from each other, right? That's what you learn from my mom. You're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to learn a lot of knowledge from me, how marketing is done correctly and how it is done efficiently, and also just really the main word, and this is above all else, consistently. That's the word that Mom and I love the most because it's actually never a word correct. By the way, there's never a word that it's done perfect and correct because everything changes. Tomorrow, look at TikTok, guys. Remember, TikTok was about to be banned. Do you remember that? It was about to be banned. Do you think the marketers that said, I only know how to correctly market on TikTok, do you think they jumped ship? No, they banned people. They just jumped and said, no, no more. That's why there's never a correct version of marketing. There's only a consistent version of marketing. And Mom and I have nailed the consistency down. So, really cool plug and play system. We had the benefits, so cool. I love this right here. This is like one of my favorite things. It's just like a breakdown of the membership of what you can screenshot it, whatever you want. But $1.56 keeps the doctor away, right? No, $1.56, a day, not bad, 47 a month, and you have the ability really to plug in this community and just start leveraging your money, start making some really great sales. So we have a bonus for you tonight. And this is where it comes in. We are cutting a deadline just coming in because the busyness of the season. We're really cutting on deadlines and we're trying to really just the stock and how many I actually get in my hands. It really is like limitation. It really does. It's like, oh, okay. I hope like one, I was telling Mom that I was about to ship to Canada. One left, Christina. One left. That was it. That was it. One left laptop left. That was it. And then the supplier apparently is going to come back, but that was it, one left. So that's why, like, I try to source these correctly, and I try to get the spark plugs plugged into your vehicle. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about getting your money system put together, right? And so no one else does this. No one else does this. And when I mean that, actually, truly, like jump off of Zoom, look it up, Google it, physical bonuses that you get with a online digital marketing system, you are just not going to find it. And so we combine that digital world with the physical world where we ship out these laptops to you. You get a business in a box, the RAM, the storage, all that perfectly efficient for your needs of online marketing and personal needs, actually. These laptops are really nice. They're just super slick. And I am a tech guy, so I pick out these. They work really well. It actually has the setup and included. So the ultimate GFF setup is actually included as well. So I help connect. I get on a one-on-one Zoom with you. I get to download all the marketing images and all that stuff. And when you're on the Zoom, some people I've gotten reactions is, "Wow, this is simple. I'm so cool because I could. It's so cool because I can resell it over and over and over again with my people, and they're happy." And I get people, "Oh my goodness, you do all this value, and like you're still on with me. Like I normally only get like 5 minute call with someone that I just spent 2,000." So the value is so immense that you are getting all this set up, all of this, the goodies involved. And all you guys got to do is join in with who invited you tonight, fill out that Google form, and that is it. I take care of the rest. I take care of all the setup, and it's just a really cool thing. And yes, we do have a deadline. We are really cutting it, like I said, really tight, getting people in on this. Watch, especially replay viewers. I know you guys are watching in on that. But that's definitely a priceless value. We have a ton of people, a ton. And what I did is I'm a Mac guy, right? That's what I am. I've been a Mac guy since kindergarten. Yes, I was on the old fatbacks, the colorful ones in 2001. And I remember it. I aged myself slightly because that was what I was on. And I was in kindergarten, first grade. And ever since I got on a Mac, I was totally hooked, 100% hooked. So I copied all the images and I said, my goodness, I copied all these, and mom, they still didn't paste all of them. So here I am, a Mac guy, and it didn't paste all of them, but we have a lot of people that joined in, and you can see a massive collage of people that got this bonus. We have Karen, she waved to you, Mary Beth Sale, awesome, awesome. We have Jill, we have really great rock stars coming in, have been in. And really taken advantage of really our system, the bonuses. It's just super cool. Valerie, we have a lot of great people that even mom, $6,000 days on autopilot, just a super
That was the
simple.
day Chris joined, right there. Yeah, and I
Hmm.
had two other ladies that joined the same day, Chris. Now I have two tomorrow. So sometimes they come in two and threes, you know? That's just the way it goes. That was really good. Yeah. I just wanted to say, Rob, you did a great job. It was an awesome presentation. And when we say the limited supply, it's because we like to, in my opinion, we like to have the customer service. That was one of the other huge benefits that this gentleman that I was talking to, we go way back, actually, him and I. And some things changed in his life, and I get that, things change in everybody's life. But he's like, wow, the value you guys give and what you actually give your members is just insane. So I just want people to know it's not just a 200, 500, 1,000, and 2,000 program that you're getting. It's an actual opportunity where you can earn as you learn and have that, that education. And then the other thing he loves about it is he says the side hustles in the 500 level, for example. I mean, so when I created and then I had this vision of Get Fearless Freedom, I was like, well, let's also teach them how we do flips. I mean, we used to love doing real estate flips and things like that. And we've been out of that game for a while. But my husband loves doing micro flips, So we're like, let's include that into the 500 level. And then we always expand from there. So I just wanted people to know that, all the training, everything like that, you can listen to it in the back office. There's always a replay. Um, and then of course we have a Facebook group. So I just wanted to say to people that that's what we have created, is that lifestyle for our own selves, but also now we're teaching other people how to do it. And that's just, really, really beneficial. And so my goal is to, especially, with the limited time that I have now, with being a grandma now, the goal is to have and train have like 100 people being able to say, hey, I'm able to help 100 people. So when you look at your vision, what do you want to do? What do you want to be known for? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? You know what I mean? What kind of footprint do you want to leave on this world, in this world? So, and I'm thinking the time, because we're getting closer to where we want to end the Zoom, but I'm thinking that honestly, the next 5 people, if you join and you're listening to this, I'll also throw on like a traffic package. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. For anyone that is on the, what have more questions, like, how does this work and how's the sign up process? You can always call me on the 800 number. But I just wanted people to know that that's my vision. And it doesn't take me a lot of time. I showed everybody on Thursday's Zoom that it only takes me like 5-10 minutes to place ads. I mean, if you had times to jump on the Zoom, you have time to place an ad online. And you don't have to be good at sales, because if you want me to close your sales, I just take 20%. So it's that simple. So as you're learning, in fact, even this guy, he wants me to close the sales, and I'm like, but you've been doing this for a decade. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I'm like semi-retired and I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm like, okay. So he's putting like literally everything on automation. So there you go. So you can literally have a lot of, I guess you could say, customization to your business, to your Get Fearless Freedom business. And at the same time, of course, we're all after the time freedom. So I just wanted to end by saying that. But yeah, definitely get back to the person who invited you into this video here tonight, and get with them and tell them, yes, you want to get started. It's already almost to the end of the year, and you want to make it happen now, not later, now. And so definitely there's a lot of benefits for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. I'll end the live stream.